guys! So this video will be a tutorial on how I was able to make this headboard that's behind me right now. I love the way a headboard pulls a room together and kind of makes it look complete. So I had been on the market for one and I was looking for one. I wanted it to be perfect and I also wanted it to be affordable. So I eventually decided to make my own headboard because that was just the better option. And so this video will show you exactly how I was able to do that step by step. I hope this video inspires you, and if you do end up making your own headboard, please be sure to share it with me. And yeah, enjoy the video. Thank you. You will need 3 28-inch by 48-inch canvases, 1 pack of quilt batting, 4 rolls of cushioning foam, a heavy-duty staple gun, spray adhesive, nail trim, and scissors. So the first thing you're going to do is match the foam to the edge of the canvas. This will show you exactly how much of the foam you'll need to cut off. Once you figure that out, draw a straight line to give yourself a cutting guide. And after doing that, you can go ahead and cut off the extra. Now that you have a piece of foam and a canvas that are matching in size, match them up on one side in order to gauge how big of a piece of foam you'll need to cover the gap. And since all 3 panels are the same size, you'll only need to do this once. You can then draw lines on your 4th piece of cushion based on the measurements you took. It should look something like this. So the next thing you want to do is glue the foam onto the panel. And your finished product is something like this. The next thing you want to do is to cut the batting. It's okay if there's a little bit of excess because you're going to end up cutting it off. So the next step now is to staple the batting down to the panel. You want to make sure it's nice and taut. And then I'm going to just cut off the excess. So I encountered a small problem when I was making the first panel. The glue from the foam could be seen through the fabric, and that changed the look of the fabric and it just didn't look very good. So what I'm doing to fix that is that I'm going to be putting this drop cloth that I got from Home Depot on top of it, and this is going to keep from that glue being seen through the fabric. And this is something that mostly applies to people that are going to be using white for their headboard. If you're using blue or something like that, it's not really going to matter. But especially because I wanted that white look, it didn't work. So if you're going to be using white, this could be something that you could do to prevent from that blue being seen through the fabric. So here's what the panel looks like after the drop cloth has been stapled onto it. I decided to staple mine on shiny side out, and basically stapled it on the exact same way I had done with the drop cloth. Once you've done this step, you're now ready for the fabric. So I've already done that side over there. I learned in doing this that to get it as tight as possible, it's best to do parallel sides. So because I did that side, I'm now going to do this side, and then I'll move on to one of these sides and then. So now for the nail head trim. I've already marked on here where I want each of the nails to go. The nails are going 1 inch in from the sides, 3/4 of an inch in from the top, and they're 2 inches apart. That's how I've decided to do them. So because I've already marked them, I'm just going to go through and place them where I want them to be. Doing this gives me a preview of where everything should sit before I actually start hammering. Now for the hammering. Because we're doing 3 separate panels, you want to make sure, number one, that you figure out what your measurements are going to be and you stick to them for every single one of your panels. So whatever placement you decide for the individual nails, you have to stick to it and be consistent. And for me, because I use paint canvases, I had to be extra careful to ensure that I was getting the nails inside of the wood properly, because the wooden trim is thin and only runs along the outside. So when you're hammering them down, you want to get rid of some of the slack like this, so that you're kind of hitting it at the right spot. And for your first hit, you don't want to hit it too hard in case you have to go back and adjust it. So finish hammering in all your nails, and just like that, you've got yourself a completed headboard. Thank you so much for watching, and I really hope that this video brought you value and inspiration. Until next time.